Welcome, friends. I'm Jeff Craig. This is McLean's RV, and this is Travato Pure by Winnebago. Welcome to our virtual RV show. I'm going to start with a brief walk around of the exterior, and then we'll do the interior. And guys, I get asked all the time by my friends, is a Class B motorhome, is that a real motorhome? Absolutely. There's everything in a Class B motorhome that you'll find in a traditional motorhome. I have a galley, I have beds, I have showers and bathrooms, I have full entertainment, I have heated water, I have onboard water, everything that you need. Now let's talk a little bit about COVID-19. It's been a real punch in the gut, hasn't it? These RVs are the answer for safety, security, and convenience as you try to navigate these interesting times. So let's talk about leisure time. I'm like a lot of people. I travel a lot. I go airplanes, cruise ships. I go overseas. Well, I can't do that right now. The reason this market segment is growing like no other market segment in the RV industry is because you have all these features. You can drive to a resort, you can park in the driveway, you can park in the parking lot, and you're not going to take up 18 spaces in the parking lot of the resort. And you're avoiding dirty airplanes, dirty hotel rooms while you're getting there. So these are real solutions for leisure time. Now, let's talk family business. When you have to go across the country, take care of a family member, you're staying out of hotels, you control everything that comes in and out of this coach, and you keep it clean to your standards, very much unlike an airplane or a hotel room where you get varying degrees of cleanliness in the environment that you're in. So these are great solutions. You're in control when you have an RV, as opposed to being you're at the mercy of other people and how much they want to do. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a walk around on this camper. We're going to talk about the Pure 3 system. What is it? If you notice, when I was talking about traditional motorhomes, I didn't mention a generator. Now this is the Pure 3 Travato. I also carry the Travato, the traditional Travato, with a generator, so that's also available. However, the Pure 3 system is very interesting. There's no generator on board. Instead, there's a giant lithium-ion battery system with an 8-year warranty on it. So you don't have to worry about the life of the battery. You don't have to stress out about buying something expensive with the battery. An 8-year warranty, that's a nice long warranty on this battery. So this system is 48 volts. And if you'll get a tight shot right here. This is a energy management system. It's 48 volts. It's the Chevy Volta system. And it runs everything. So with this system, you can run the air conditioner for hours with the engine off. And we'll talk about some of the energy management features when we go do the inside part of this inside feature of this walk around. But this system will run the air conditioners. You can charge it with high idle. And when we talk about stealth camping, that's what this is, because this has the new ultra quiet air conditioner system on the roof and no generator making a racket. So you get that 1 a.m. knock on the door from a police officer asking you to move because you've disturbed somebody's sleep. This is absolutely quiet when you're camping. So we call that stealth camping, and it's only available with these Pure 3 Travato. So let's continue to do a walk around. The first thing you'll notice, these are a little higher. It's kind of like a pickup truck. You have the steps with the flying W emblazoned on it. Very proud of Winnebago and what they do. A Class B is an automotive chassis. It's uncut. It's an uncut van. So the windows, doors, nothing's modified. This is a Dodge ProMaster chassis with the 3.6 liter V6. Nothing's modified. Nothing's cut. That ensures that you have a high degree of watertight integrity as you'd expect in an automotive product. Come on down. This is a modern convenience you'll find on campers. It's called a black waste tank flush inlet. So you hook your hose up to that. When you're dumping your black tank, cleans it out, reduces odors and smells, and removes solids from the camper. This little feature is for an optional solar panel that you can plug into that. There's already solar panels on the roof, but you can add additional external auxiliary solar panels on this. This feature right here, this is a cable outlet, so you can run a TV and a 12-volt plug, power plug, so you can run put a TV out here. And you can either run a 110 TV or 12 volt TV out here for tailgating purposes. We have nice LED lighting. We have speakers that you can play from your system inside, which is Bluetooth compatible, of course. As we continue to walk around, you're going to see all kinds of interesting things on the back of this camper. You're going to see down at the very bottom, we'll start down here, that's a propane connection, a quick connect, so you can run a grill off the propane tank that's on board on this camper. This is an optional bike rack, so you can carry bicycles. You have a ladder that moves, and I'll take this ladder off in a minute, and I'll demonstrate how that works, but we'll continue walking around first, then I'll come back and show you how this ladder can move and be used in different places. You have a Class 3 receiver on the back, backup camera. If you look at the very top of this thing, you'll see the Coleman Mach air conditioner. This is the new one. It's incredibly quiet, quieter than anything you've never heard before. As we continue to walk around the camper, you'll see emblazoned Travato. And down here at the very bottom, this is your sewer dump station. 2 handles, black and gray. The gray tank is soapy water, and the black tank, well, it's not soapy. Another lighting system, so you have lighting on the dump side. This is called the utility side of the camper. This is where things happen, the necessary things happen that keep you camping. This is a very nice feature. It's a place to store your sewer hose that's already created by Winnebago. So there's no bumper to put it, so that's where you put your sewer hose. Very handy, very nice. That is the engine exhaust. Truma 1 hot water system and furnace right here. That's your exhaust system. When you stand out here and you're operating it, you'll feel heat coming off of this. This comes with a power cord. This is your shore power plug. Plugs in at the campsite. You can also, when you're at Aunt Millie's garage, you can get an adapter, 30 amp to 110, so you can plug in at her house in her garage. This is an input for cable or satellite. So you can get a portable satellite system, or many RV parks will let you rent cable. So this is your tank fill. This has an onboard freshwater tank. Allows you to use toilets and use the galley and clean up as you're going down the road. There's a water pump in there that pulls out of that tank. And then underneath it, you'll see City Fill. This is live water when you're hooked up at an RV campsite. You're just using the water pressure to run everything, showers and toilets, the galley, everything you need to have a great camping experience. If you look underneath, we have the propane system with an emergency cutoff switch down there, and the fill. This is where you fill the tank, and this is used for the Truma 1, which I talked about the Truma 1 system. The propane is used for Truma 1, and it's also used on the galley to heat your food up and cook your food. There's your gasoline fill. This has a 3.6 liter Dodge engine on it. There's a ProMaster chassis. 24 gallons of fuel. You'll get something on the order of 20 miles per gallon. They don't publish on motorhomes. They don't have to. But you're going to get a 450 mile range, something of that nature, on a full tank of fuel. So plenty of range to take care of your business. You know, I was thinking many years ago when I was a outside sales rep, I traveled 1,000 miles a week and I stayed in hotels all the time. I wish I'd had something like this. These, if they were available, I wasn't aware of them back then. We're talking 20 years ago. It would have sure made my traveling and business work a whole lot easier and more convenient. So come on around. This is the front ProMaster chassis by Dodge Ram 3.6 liter. We're going to run out the awning. That's the next thing I'm going to do. It's a very high-end awning, and I'll show you some of its features. So this is a one-touch operation on this awning. So one touch and it comes all the way out. While you're running it out, if you need to stop it because there's something in the way, you simply tap it again and that will stop it. So it's one touch and here it goes. While this awning is coming out, you also notice you have a bug screen right here with a zipper. You roll that down, zip it up, keep the critters out, so it gives you an indoor-outdoor space, which is great for when you're camping. You can see that it's out. The lighting, let me turn the lighting on here for you. Here's the lights on it. Now this is a wind sensor awning, and I'm going to show you what happens when the wind comes up. It will automatically retract the awning. So if you forget and you walk away from the campsite, the wind comes up, you're not going to have your awning tore up, and so that's a very nice feature. So the next step we're going to do is the inside of the camper. So come on in with me. Friends, welcome to your living room of Travato. You have a spacious living room with a dinette system that converts into a bed. We'll put that up there. It's already filmed so you can see how this turns into a bed. These seats rotate around to complete the living room experience, and you can sit across from each other and play cards, which is a lot of fun in any motorhome. So this has the countertop extension, allows you to prep and serve food off of this. Underneath here, the fresh water tank, but you'll see this when the bed is made up, what that actually does. But come on in, friends, I'll show you the galley. So here you have the 2-burner stove. You have a sink. Your lighting controls. Splash guard. And these cabinets are beautifully done, high-end furniture. And this is your DC AC charger. And we're going to talk about this later. But take a look at this. This is part of your Pure energy management system, and take a tight spot of that. We're going to go over this a little bit more as a final segment though. So this all nestles down. I have a place to put sponges and utensils and different things for cleaning dishes right here. I have a kitchen window right here that I can open and close the blinds. You have the Nova Cool refrigerator. For a Class B motorhome, I promise you this is a generously sized refrigerator. You're going to find many Class Bs don't have a refrigerator quite this large. You have a microwave oven and a very generous pantry area, or to hang clothes. Right down there, that's the curtain for the front. So if you move on back, you're going to find that you have 3 drawers. 3 drawers here and a GFCI circuit. And you have lighting controls and more of the high-end cabinetry. This is an LP propane detector. Protect your family from problems and issues. Hit the reset on this. As you come back, you see the bed is in the up position. Underneath it is plenty of storage. And right here, we have the all-important electrical fuse system. So here we have drawers to put things. Just your sewer hose, which I showed you where that fits into outside. Just a cubby hole. Different compartments down here. So let's talk a minute about insulation. B-class motorhomes are kind of renowned for not having enough. It's an automotive chassis, so the wall width being what it is, there's not a lot of room for insulation. This particular product is finely crafted by Winnebago. A couple of differences. Underneath the floor, what you can't see is there's an air void, which adds additional insulation to the floor. And that's where most of your heat comes into the camper, radiating off the parking lot. So this does a very good job of that. The other thing that changed for 2020 was Winnebago spent a lot of money on a machine that stuffs insulation into these walls. So they do a laser measurement before they put anything together of the voids in the wall, and they cut this expanding insulation to fit. Then there's a machine that actually stuffs it into the voids, and it expands and fills it. So this is the best insulated Class B you've never heard of. So come on back. I'm gonna lower this. We'll come back to the bathroom after I put this down. This is your main bed. Oh, if you didn't notice, there's some handy pouches here. Put more stuff in. So this is your permanent bed. You've got some handy baskets to put things in. You have power, you have lighting. This rail, there's lots of accessories to fit on that. It comes from the bicycle industry. Well, I didn't talk about these. This comes from the maritime industry. It's a box spring set. It comes from the crew cabins of yachts. And it gives you a very, very comfortable innerspring, lightweight. All right, next let's talk about the bathroom. This is the wet bath in Travato Pure. We have a toilet. We have a toilet paper holder that's watertight. This is a very special and expensive shower head. Gives you a great experience with the water pressure available to you. You're going to get a great experience with the shower head. And it's relatively roomy in here, believe it or not. I'm about 5'9", and I have, you can put a 6-footer in here or anything more than that. You're going to be a little bit down, but it's plenty of room for what it is. And let's move on back out this way. Some of the things I didn't talk about when we did the walk around, because I didn't have the doors open, was all of this interesting things. So this little cubby hole just to put things that you might put Birkenstocks, or you might put a hat or gloves or things like that. This is an outdoor shower, because you notice how small the shower is in here. You can actually hose off out here as well. Fits into here. And they have conveniently put all the controls for the water pump right here next to the shower contraption, so you're in great shape. And I promised you I'd show you how the ladder works. Winnebago has added a nice feature for 2021. They've added a locking system, so you don't lose your ladder at a campground. So we'll stick this right here. This allows the ladder to release off of here like this. And if you notice up here, there's a rail system. Runs the length of the camper. And this ladder will fit on anywhere there's room for the feet. So I simply hook it on like that. And now I can access the top of the camper. Now, why am I going to access the top of the camper? Well, there's several reasons. Number one, you have solar panels, and they degrade very quickly if you don't wipe them off. You don't want dust on the solar panels because you want full performance. The other thing is there's an air conditioner. Also, there's a Thule accessories will fit on this rail system, cargo carriers, that sort of thing. You've seen the top of Travato. Now let's talk a little bit about the cockpit and how the high idle system charges the battery. How this is set up is so that you can have pets or children in the camper on a hot day, and when the system sees the battery go below 25%, it'll automatically start the coach at high idle, which will recharge the batteries and continue to run the air conditioner, the rooftop air conditioner, and keep the camper nice and cool, so there's no worries. There's a couple ways to do this. You can hit your key fob 3 times as you're walking away from the vehicle, and that will automatically set it up. The second way you can set this on high idle is there's a button right in here, and you simply start the coach without putting your foot on the brake while holding down the button, and it goes to high idle. So with this system, you're assured to always have your batteries charged and ready to go. So this has a ProMaster Dodge chassis, and there's not a lot that's changed about it, except for maybe there's a camera system. There's a rear view camera up here, and there's also entertainment stuff right here, AM, FM, Bluetooth, so you can put your Spotify or whatever you do on your phone into the camper. All your HVAC controls. This stuff is unmodified. You've got your power points here, cup holders everywhere. This is all the automotive stuff. Now, what is interesting is this front window cover. What you do is you move your rear view camera out of the way, and you simply pull this up and it locks into place, and you have a complete privacy in your camper. And there are other pads and different things that fit into these to give your side, so you're completely covering up this cabin area. So thank you for joining me. I'm Jeff Craig. This is McLean's RV in Oklahoma City. Thank you for joining us at the virtual RV show. This is Travato Pure. We also have Travato in the traditional generator system instead of having the battery system. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.